So, how was your 4th?
Loud, unexpectedly eventful. There was fire, laughter, suspicious potato salad, you know, the classics.
Was the potato salad glowing, or just sweating in the sun?
Unclear. I stared at it too long and started questioning my own existence.
Sounds like you had a spiritual journey. Where were you?
Rochelle invited me to her friend's cookout, kinda tossed it out casually in the hallway. Next thing I knew, I was holding a paper plate and listening to a guy argue that fireworks were invented to control the masses.
Was his name Gary? That sounds like something a Gary would say.
No name, just strong opinions and a Hawaiian shirt that screamed I haven't done laundry in weeks.
So how many hot dogs did you consume during your crisis of barbecue fight?
2. One was a dare, the other was a mistake.
Beautiful. The spirit of America in one sentence.
What about you? Where'd you end up?
Friends rooftop. Nothing fancy. Fireworks. A little too much sangria. And a guy who brought his guitar hoping someone would ask him to play. No one did.
Brutal.
I mean, you show up to a party in cargo shorts with a guitar. You accept the risk. It's weird. Holidays used to feel bigger, you know? Now it's just catching up with people, eating too much, and hoping your phone doesn't die before the fireworks start.
Honestly, that's kind of my ideal vibe.
No pressure, no expectations. Just snacks and blurry pictures of the sky. Hey, did you go?
Go where?
You know where. The train station. The maybe meant to be girl. The slow burn spark you tried to play off like it wasn't a big deal.
No, I didn't.
Seriously? After all that build up?
I know, I was set on it. Had the timing mapped out and everything. Then a couple days before the 4th, I ran into Rochelle in the hallway. We started talking, and out of nowhere she's like, "Hey, you should swing by this cookout my friend's throwing."
And just like that, you pivoted?
It wasn't planned. 1 second I was thinking about what I might say at the train platform, and the next, I'm nodding along to her cookout invite like that's what I meant to do all along.
Whoa, classic talk yourself out of the risk move.
Yeah, it felt easier, less vulnerable. But even while I was there, I couldn't stop thinking about whether she might have shown up.
And if she did, she probably wondered why you didn't.
Exactly.
So, what now?
Now, I wait. Or maybe I stop waiting and figure out a new move. I don't know.
Well, when you do, maybe don't pick the route that involves 3-hour grilled corn and 0 eye contact.
Deal.
2 second chances, and better timing.
And fewer distractions in the hallway.
You look like you're 3 spreadsheets away from giving up on society.
2, actually. The third one's the one I used to emotionally recover from the first 2.
Ah, the therapeutic spreadsheet. Classic accountant coping mechanism.
We all have our methods.
Speaking of survival strategies, I followed through on my end. Invited my friend to poetry night.
Oh yeah? She in?
Took a little convincing. Says not really the spoken word in dim lighting type, but I told her it's more about the chill vibe than anything else.
Right. It's not like we're submitting to a poetry slam. I'm just going to blend in and absorb the ambience.
Ambience. Very artsy of you.
Thanks. I've been practicing my slow head nods and quiet appreciation.
If you add a mysterious half smile, you'll fit right in.
I'll try to channel intriguing guy with a past.
Careful, you'll draw in all the tortured poets.
Noted. I'll stick to the back of the room and keep my poetic energy at a minimum.
Good. Wouldn't want you stealing the spotlight from the guy who reads haikus about traffic cones.
Is that a real thing?
It absolutely was. I'm still recovering.
Looking forward to meeting your mystery guest.
Says not a mystery. Just someone worth showing up for.
Sounds like I should be paying attention.
You should always be paying attention, Scott.
Working on it.
I swear, I'm gone for like 3 days and it feels like I missed a national event. What happened? Who got arrested for fireworks violations? Any good gossip?
You missed a lot of questionable firework launches and exactly 0 good gossip.
Figures. Chaos always hits when I'm not around to witness it.
Honestly, it was quieter than usual. Just families grilling out, kids running wild with sparklers, and a few amateurs thinking they are professional pyrotechnicians.
Classic. Small town America at its finest. I bet someone almost set a bush on fire.
2 bushes and a recycling bin, actually.
I knew it. Why do I always miss the best disasters? Okay, but seriously, what did you do? Please tell me you at least tried to enjoy yourself.
I kept it low-key, stayed in for most of the day, did a little writing, took a walk in the evening when the fireworks started.
No crazy rooftop parties? No secret grill master competitions?
Nope. Just me, a hoodie, and some distant fireworks.
Honestly, That sounds kinda perfect. Any chance you ran into your mystery train guy again while you were out?
Not this time. Just me and the mosquitoes.
Romantic. Well, while you were hanging with nature, I was stuck at a family barbecue where my cousin's husband bragged for an hour about his Bluetooth grill.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a Bluetooth grill. As if that's something we were all supposed to clap for.
Wow, revolutionary.
And don't get me started on his playlist. Nothing but dad rock at full blast.
I bet it was nothing but Bon Jovi and Journey.
If we were lucky. There was also an alarming amount of Nickelback.
Actually, there's something else.
Oh?
One of my friends, Lizzie, invited me to this poetry night coming up. She said it's super chill. Nothing fancy.
And you're going?
Yeah, I said yes.
New Carla unlocked. Who are you?
Don't get used to it. I just thought it might be good to try something different.
I love it. Branching out. Saying yes to life. Look at you, being all inspirational.
Let's not get carried away. It's just an open mic, not skydiving.
Still, big moves. Do we know if there's wine involved?
Unclear. Might have to sneak in a flask if things get too dramatic.
Poetry and smuggled wine. Now that's a vibe. Going with anyone? Or is this a solo adventure?
Just me. Lizzie's going too, obviously, but I think she's dragging along a few other friends.
Any mysterious handsome strangers in that group?
No idea. But if someone starts dramatically snapping to their own poetry, I'm blaming you for putting that energy into the universe.
I accept full responsibility. Honestly, I think it's awesome. You deserve a little spontaneity. Who knows? Maybe this is where the next great story starts.
Maybe.
And if not, at least you'll have stories about awkward metaphors and rhymes that don't quite land.
Win-win.
Exactly.
Alright, we'll get to deadlines in a minute, but first, I want to know how everyone celebrated their freedom. 4th of July stories, let's go. Dave, you're up.
I honored the holiday by not leaving my house, grilling 2 perfectly under-seasoned steaks, and listening to Miles Davis trumpet solos at full volume. A wild night.
That sounds like the kind of party where you argue with the grill and lose.
Actually, I won. Medium rare perfection.
Respect. Sami.
My aunt's block party. There were fireworks, 3 different potato salads, and an impromptu dance battle between my cousins and some kid from the next street over.
Was it choreographed or chaotic?
Beautiful chaos. Someone moonwalked into a cooler.
Holiday magic. Wallash.
I stayed in and rated neighborhood fireworks from my window using my own 10-point scale. Brightness, originality, sound design.
Please tell me you took notes.
Obviously, the grand finale from the People 2 buildings overscored a solid 8.7. They lost points for timing, though.
And you say you don't enjoy traditions.
I enjoy judging them. Big difference.
Carla, what about you?
Spent it with a friend. Quiet rooftop, good view, decent snacks. Nothing too wild.
Wait, Lucy, you skipped yourself. What did you do for the 4th?
Very uneventful. Caught up on sleep, ate leftover takeout, watched half of a documentary before I passed out with my laptop still open. Wild stuff.
Honestly, that sounds ideal.
Simple beats smoky every time.
As long as no one lit off fireworks indoors, I'll call that a win.
No promises for next year. I'm working on a plan.
Don't make me issue firework-related dress code warnings.
Flame retardant suits for everyone.
Alright, enough fun. Let's get to it. We're behind on next week's print draft, and I want to know who's actually filed their stories.
I submitted mine yesterday. The rebranding of Nostalgia, final edits are in the shared folder.
Mine's coming today. Just tweaking the structure a little.
Mine's outlined, which is just a fancy way of saying it exists in spirit.
Then that spirit better type fast. I need it on my desk by Friday.
I'll have mine wrapped tonight. Been waiting on a quote from a source who only responds with emojis.
I hate everything about that sentence.
By the way, how did we do on the June issue?
Better than expected. The feature on local artists did really well, and engagement was up on the digital version. Still not where I want it to be, but we're moving in the right direction.
That's the one where you let me title the headline, right?
Unfortunately.
It was a brilliant title. Paint the town, not just for drunk tourists.
I still can't believe that made it through 3 rounds of edits.
It was actually kind of perfect.
Alright. You all win. I'll never doubt a chaotic headline again. Let's just keep that momentum going.
Good evening, and welcome back to QuickTune Gallery News. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Paul. And after the sparkles faded and the smoke cleared, life in a transit gave us a thoughtful post-4th of July chapter. Calm on the outside, but bubbling with momentum underneath.
This episode didn't need fireworks to deliver emotion. We started in the office lounge, where Scott and Lizzie unpacked their fourths in the most relatable way possible, dodging burnt hot dogs and avoiding awkward rooftop guitar performances.
But the real spark was what didn't happen. Scott admits he never went back to the train platform. That even with the best intentions, something as simple as a hallway conversation with Rachel changed his course. And yet, you could still feel how much that missed moment lingered.
Lizzie, ever the honest friend, calls him out with just enough bite to make it land, and just enough heart to remind him he's not alone.
Then later, we catch a more curious Scott at his desk when Lizzie lets him know her friend is coming to poetry night. No names, no pressure, but the spark of possibility flickered again.
And Scott's response? Not grand, not desperate, just quietly hopeful. It was subtle, but it said so much.
Meanwhile, across town, Carla's catching up with Jessica in the car, and for the first time in a while, she sounds like hopeful. She tells Jessica about poetry night and doesn't play it off like nothing. It feels like Carla's starting to lean into something new, even if she doesn't know what it is yet.
And we all need a Jessica in our lives, supportive, sarcastic, and fully committed to smuggling wine into a poetry night if necessary.
She's the kind of friend who makes the quiet moments feel like scenes worth watching.
Finally, we closed out the episode in Lucy's office, where the whole team traded post-holiday stories, from fireworks rated on a 10-point scale to patriotic steak and seltzer. It was chaotic, warm, and exactly what a creative team morning meeting should feel like.
And as always, Wallach managed to make judging fireworks feel like an Olympic sport.
The real takeaway? Every character is moving forward. Slowly, quietly, but purposefully. There's no forced drama here, just the kind of growth that creeps in between the big moments.
And we can't help but feel like something's brewing beneath the surface. The tension's still there. Scott and Carla are inching toward the same space again. We just don't know when or how.
One thing's for sure, when it does happen, it's going to feel earned.
Until then, we'll be here to break it all down. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone who believes great storytelling can live in even the smallest moments.
We'll see you next time, right here on
Quick Toon Gallery News.